Welcome back to our stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about the Tesla Model 3 and why there was a discount pretty recently, why there was some pricing changes, and why they went back to an older price for that vehicle. So we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon member. Thank you to Vamsi. Sorry if I messed that up. Thank you for supporting. Just talked to you just a brief minute ago because that's what I do. I give you the best ultimate Tesla buying guide, and I provide one-on-one customized support if you have any questions, both via voice phone call or even text if you want to just do a quick chat on the Patreon app. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So this is what happened yesterday. If you don't know what exactly happened, Tesla has increased the discount just a little bit for the Tesla Model 3. Now we can get anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 off Tesla Model 3s, and now this can bring you to a various price of anywhere from $37,000 to maybe even $36,000. But if you factor in the $7,500 federal tax credit, then the price gets lower, even much more lower. And there's financing partners just like Tenet down below in the description, which is also a channel sponsor. So thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of videos this month. But Tenet allows you to get a lower monthly payment for financing your Tesla. They allow you to do this by pushing off a portion of that loan, deferring it, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit all the way to the end, which then results in a lower monthly payment, which can be good for business owners, people that just want more cash flow, or even just people that want a lower monthly payment. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But right now there's 3 Model 3 trims, and of course all of them have various discounts. You can go to our favorite site, which is waitingfortesla.com, where you can see all the different discounted inventory that could be potentially out there. And so a little bit of a caveat here. I'm going to tell you what changed pretty recently as well. What happened was Tesla was the color for Teslas was free not too long ago. So a white color, the white paint was actually free, but then now they changed it to a $1,000 purchase price. And then of course, gray, which was $1,000, is now free. So they kind of did a little bit of a shuffling, but right now you can see on the screen that there's pretty much Teslas as low as $37,000. These stack with the $7,500 federal tax credit. If you don't know how that works, you can check out the channel where there's a bunch of videos that go into explanations on that. And on top of that, it stacks with any sort of state incentives that you have as well. This could be CVRP for California. That's $2,000 to $7,500 on top of that, plus much, much more. But let's talk about why they did this. So shout out to Matt Jung, he keeps this inventory chart out there. You can see there was a massive spike of Tesla Model 3 inventory that happened yesterday, as well as this discount. So pretty much Tesla, they know when they have a lot of vehicles coming for sale. And this is interesting because not that long ago, we had over 1,000 Tesla Model 3s posted onto the websites as soon as just a few weeks ago, as June 18th. And then we dropped all the way down to the low numbers that it's been at for the end of the year. But now we've increased, at least from what Matt Jung's inventory chart shows, 571 vehicles posted to the website. But which is interesting here is they've all but disappeared a little bit. So right now there's only 258 Model 3s on the website. And the thing with this is you can actually stack this with all those incentives that we talked about earlier. On top of that, you can stack it with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. Because if you use it with a Tesla referral code, you can get anywhere from $500 to $1,000 off a Tesla vehicle. So definitely check out the Tesla referral code. And thank you to everybody that's used our referral code in the past and in the future. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral code in the description. But let's talk about more into detail about why this actually happened. Because right now on the price of a brand new Model 3, if you were to order it, which you definitely should not do, there's so many different inventory vehicles that have discounts. You can see right here, Model 3, 40,240. And then in inventory, if you go to waitingfortesla.com, you can see as low as $37,000. And let's talk about this because we've actually mentioned this in the past about this price point. And this price point to me is really $37,000 or $36,990. And there's a key thing with this number, $36,990, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. But basically Tesla is reverting back to the prices that they were beforehand. If you've been a follower of the channel, we've been predicting this for a while because Tesla, if you look at what was the lowest price the Model 3 standard range has ever been ever. So this is a Tesla price history tracker. Shout out to the person that has created this website. You can see all the different price changes both up and down throughout the past few years even. And you can see this column right here shows the Model 3 standard range, and the cheapest a Model 3 standard range has ever been is $36,990, which to me is essentially the same price right here as $37,020. Basically just a little bit more than what that actually is. So what does this actually mean, right? Because if you have a purchase price of $37,020 minus $7,500 as the federal tax credit, of course, if you qualify as an individual yourself, minus any sort of state incentives, California has $2,000, which is the CVRP. And there's like the clean air rebate for San Joaquin and much more. There's so many different programs for California. We actually list them all in our buying guide. And on top of that, if you're in places like Colorado, you can get even $5,000 off a vehicle for buying an electric vehicle as well. This makes vehicles cheaper than cheap. I mean, you can see, shout out to Sawyer Merritt for posting this. A Model 3 today is basically about the same price as a Honda Civic or even close to it. So I certainly get it. Buying an electric vehicle, if you haven't placed an order yet, and if you haven't used a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description to get your extra $500 off, I certainly understand how scary it could be switching from gasoline to electric. It's a whole different ecosphere, a whole different way of thinking, but I can tell you it is 100% more efficient, especially if you have a home charger. It's just like going home, plugging in your cell phone or your iPhone, waking up at 100%, and you take on the day and wake up and ready to go. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Tesla has 100% gone back to their original pricing of what the lowest pricing of the Model 3 has ever been ever. And so hopefully, I mean, this is what I look for. If inventory stays at these levels, or if they go back to what we saw earlier before at 1,000 unit counts in the past few months, then we could potentially see more discounts. Potentially, but who knows? But let me know what your thoughts on. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. You support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. You can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. So definitely check it out. The Patreon link down below in the description. You can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. All right, thanks for coming in. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everyone is well. We did a lot of errands earlier today. But we're on, and then I'm going to film like 20 shorts after this. So hopefully we got some good questions. DJ Wolf, thanks for coming in. I heard you can use current or previous year income to qualify for the 7,500 credit. A quick Reddit search seemed to confirm this. Do you have any experience using previous year's income to qualify? DJ Wolf, that's actually a new stipulation with the Inflation Reduction Act, and I read it exactly the same way. If you go to the federal tax website, it does say of the year that you buy it, you can either use that year or the previous year's income. So it should be copacetic, but of course, I would say confirm with a CPA if you can, just to 100% confirm that, but you should be fine at the end of the day for that. Let's see, what else? And a couple announcements on the channel. We did give away a set of 3D all-weather floor mats for a Model Y or Model 3. So congrats to Philip for winning. But we've got another giveaway happening this Friday. We're going to be giving away a $300 accessory. So definitely hit that subscribe, because this coming Friday, we will 100% be kicking off that giveaway. It's going to be a 2-week giveaway, just like all the giveaways. And of course, the first stipulation of the giveaway is you got to be subscribed to the channel. So good luck to everybody on that. And we're going to do another giveaway right after that, probably the Friday after that, because we got to cram as many of these giveaways as we can in 1 month. So good luck to everybody. And thank you to everybody that comes in here, watches the live stream, the comments, watches all the clips, because I put a poll out there the other day because I want to figure out how I can optimize just a little bit more. And I want to make these live streams a little bit more optimized and less, I guess, maybe ads, so to speak. And but I put a poll out there to ask everybody, like, do you guys watch the live stream, the clips, the shorts, or all the above? And it seems like most watch the clips. So I'm just going to shorten some of the things that I say repetitively in the clips, so that way it is not too repetitive for all of you. Oh, actually, I wasn't even showing the poll here, but you can see here 33% said they watched the clip, 14% said watch the live stream, 9% actually said shorts, and 27% said all the above. So thank you all. I'm actually pretty speechless, I guess, that I can't believe that a lot of people come in here to watch every single day. So pretty cool that we're able to create this a little bit of a community, I guess, for Tesla buying hacking to get the best deal, because it makes sense, right? Tesla vehicles are expensive. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And so it really just makes sense that we found a niche of people to do this. In this next topic, Tesla has now added a $500 discount. So if you're looking for another added extra discount, I'm going to show you exactly the steps on where to actually do it and the exact process that I would actually do it. And if you don't know where this is coming from, this is actually how Tesla has enhanced the referral program. And we'll dive a little bit into that on how it's actually a better program than what it actually is discussed. So we'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link, where you can get the down below in the description, where you can get the ultimate Tesla buying guide with all the best interest rates. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So let's talk about this. Right now, there is a Tesla referral program. If you don't know what happened, it was brought back not too long ago, like a month and a half ago. But if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you can get an extra anywhere from $500 off, plus 3 months of full self-driving. All the way, if you buy a Model S or Model X, you can get $1,000 off, or 3 months of full self-driving. But one thing that's pretty interesting, I mean, the $500 off, that's pretty standard. Everybody can kind of understand that. Definitely check out the referral code down below in the description. So the process is here. Let me show you the process on how you would actually do this before we go into, because the 3 months of full self-driving is actually not, it is 3 months of full self-driving, but I know full self-driving might not be the valuation that you want. Well, I'll give you a little secret. It actually, you can pivot it to more valuation if you want to, but we'll talk about that. But what you have to do first is you got to click open a referral link down below in the description, or just like the one down below in the description. Then head on over to Waiting for Tesla or Tesla.com. And the key thing here is you got to make this green check mark actually show up, whether you're looking at a inventory vehicle or ordering one fresh off of the page. And so that way a referral code is applied, so you can get your extra $500 off and or the extra 3 months of full self-driving. So you can see right here, it's line itemed as referral bonus. So that way you can get that $500. But let's talk about this 3 months of full self-driving, because what I actually noticed is that they are not giving you 3 months of full self-driving just just because of 3 months for full self-driving. What they're actually giving you, which is a lot better in my opinion, they're giving you 10,000 loot box credits. Because if you look at the loot box right here, if anybody has the Tesla app, I've got it pulled up right here on the page. You can see it actually came into focus. You can see that the loot box right there actually is converting 10,000 credits to full self-driving, or 3 months of full self-driving. So Tesla's not making the decision for you and putting the actual 10,000 credits or putting the actual 3 months of full self-driving onto your vehicle. What they're actually doing is, after you take delivery, you will be getting 10,000 loot box credits, and then you have to decide yourself on whether you want to use them for the full self-driving or not, which in my opinion, that's actually a much better deal. Because I don't know about you all, if you've opened up your Tesla loot box program, there's a lot more better items in there that you could use that 10,000 loot box credits instead. For instance, the first one is that I would use it for potentially is supercharging miles. You can get supercharging miles. You can get 2,000 miles for 4,800 credits. You can get a wall connector for 5,500 credits. You can get all-weather floor mats for a couple thousand credits as well. And there's much more. So the first thing I would do is open up your Tesla app, because you can see the exact catalog yourself on what you can spend or potentially spend your 10,000 credits. I don't think anybody is highlighting this. It seems like a little subtle hack, because it's not actual 3 months of full self-driving with the referral program as it's listed right here. It's 10,000 loot box credits, which I believe it's worth much more than full self-driving, because you can actually have something tangible instead of a trial period of full self-driving. And I know a lot of you will probably agree. So let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. It's like a referral program hack, but not really. But really what it is that what's the valuation of full self-driving, or the 10,000 loot box credits. So definitely check out a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. And thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code in the past and also in the future. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. You support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. All right, thanks for coming in, everybody. Nerd Team, wait or buy now for Model 3. It really depends. If you are a type of person that always needs the latest iPhone, latest Android phone, then I would probably wait. If you need a car now, then I would say buy now. If you can wait, if you don't need a car at all, then you could potentially wait for the new Model 3 Highland, but that could be anywhere from a 6 to 12 month wait. So, and also if you're someone like me that wants the best deal, then it's pretty tough to decline $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 off, plus the 500 plus another 10,000 in loot box credits if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. So it's tough, but I guess it depends on you at the end of the day. Andrew, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Is the tax credit in a check form? So what it is, it's added to the added to your referral. It's added to your refund when you file for a refund next year. So, but it depends on you as an individual, depending on your income and W-2 income and all that stuff, because there are plenty of people out there that probably won't get the full 7,500, as well as there's plenty of people out there that will maximize the 7,500. So there's plenty of videos that we've made on the channel. So definitely check out some of those on the channel as well, so you can take a look and see on that. Chev, thanks for coming in. Where on the Tesla app can you see the loot box options? So for me, it's in the top right corner. There's like a little box next to the profile, but I'm not sure if you haven't taken delivery yet, then maybe it won't show there. It should show always. Almas, thanks for coming in. Helpful video as always. Wondering, can you get 1 month of full self-driving just to experience it and then use the rest of the loot box credits for supercharging miles? Great question. Let's see, because I don't think that's possible, but let's look at it and see if we can get upgrades, because right now all they have is 3 months of enhanced autopilot, which still not worth it to me. That's 8,000 credits. And if you want 3 months of full self-driving, that's 10,000 credits. So, I mean, knowing me, and probably knowing a lot of you, full self-driving just isn't tangible, where I'd rather have something that is going to be tangible that I can hold in my hand, I guess. Like, it is tangible, but it's also it's a nice to have, where I know a lot of you out there would rather have a wall connector because that's something you actually need, especially if you have a home and you're going to be doing a home charging setup at the end of the day. But in this next topic, so we saw this Reddit post and I wanted to talk about it. And the question is the Tesla Model Y performance worth $900? Because I know a lot of you out there, you've probably shopping for a Tesla vehicle, whether it's a Model 3 or Model Y, and you probably ran through some of the payments. And the question probably popped up, or you saw the payment on the page and you probably saw that it was either $600, $700, $800, or even $900. So we'll try to answer this. And of course, I'll give you a realistic payment on what a Tesla Model Y is today, because depending on the term, and I'll even give you a credit union that you can actually use if you want to go a little bit further in the extended term of the monthly payment, because even though it could be $900 a month, it could be much, much less than that. But before we get into that, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, which is basically getting the best United Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Reddit user Lazy Influence 3083. 2023 Model Y performance, $900 a month. Is that worth it? So of course, this person has been shopping for a Model Y performance, and they probably realize that if they finance it under the correct terms, or at least the terms that are posted on the Tesla website with state taxes and all the different fees factored in, you will actually see that it could be as high as $900 to $1,000 a month, because you can see right here, especially if you're using Tesla financing at their rate of 5.89%, which there's plenty of other credit unions that are lower than that, and you can get the full list at the Patreon link down below in the description with all the best interest rates. But I'll show you a quick one right after that that's just a little bit lower than that, but I'll show you why I'm going to show it to you, because it has a better term. But you can see right here, if you did a Model Y performance at $4,500 down payment at an interest rate of 5.89%, that's going to give you a monthly payment of $843 a month. Of course, this doesn't factor in any sort of state taxes, license, DMV fees, or anything like that. And that could easily push that to much, much more. And that's kind of the thing, right? I mean, when you're financing a $50,000 to $60,000 car, that is going to be the monthly payment that you're expected to be at. But the difference thing is here is when you buy a Tesla Model Y, especially if you're going with a home charging setup, you're not going to be paying that hefty gasoline bill that you would be buying for other vehicles. So the question is it worth it? Well, if you compare it to other vehicles that maybe could be in the same caliber or same quality, I mean, the Honda CR-V hybrid starts at $30,000. That's going to be a monthly payment of anywhere from $600 to $700 a month. So really, it's ideally, or it's going to be a $200 to $300 a month difference at the end of the day, which could easily be made up in gasoline savings, maintenance savings, definitely not insurance savings. But the biggest thing to me that makes it up at the end of the day is the autopilot system, because if you do any sort of commute with any sort of highway driving, whether it's 30 to 1 hour a day, just getting on the road, throwing it into autopilot can save you a lot of time, or just remove a lot of the micro decisions that you have to make when you're driving on the highway or really driving anywhere. So once you trust the autopilot system, once you get used to it, it makes a lot of sense in that time savings that you can actually get back with that. But let's run through this, because let's say we were buying a Model Y performance, which actually a Model Y performance is definitely not in line with a Honda CR-V, so we should dial that back just a little bit. But I guess if you were asking me the question, is a Model Y performance worth it? Because we've had 4 Teslas so far. We've had the Model 3 performance, the Model Y performance, then we had a Model S long range, and now we have a Model X long range. And if I were to do it again, I probably would not do a performance variant on any sort of kind, because ride quality, ride comfort, and on top of that, a bigger tire, which means more cost for tires and things like that, it just doesn't make sense to me, especially if I'm looking for a daily driver at the end of the day. So most likely, if I'm going to compare it to like a Honda CRV, I certainly wouldn't be getting a Model Y Performance, and I'd most likely be getting a Model Y Long Range, which is around $50,000 490. But the biggest thing with these vehicles is they all have, especially the Model Y, have the $7,500 federal tax credit, which as long as you qualify as an individual yourself with the actual income limits and income caps, then you can potentially get an added extra refund for $7,500. Of course, definitely use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, because then you can get an extra $500 off and 10,000 loot box credits, which translates to about one wall connector and much, much more. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral code down below in the description. But once you do this, so let's do some hypotheticals here. So 50,490, we won't factor in the tax credit because that's something you get next year, even though you potentially could be. So 50,490 times, we're going to use 1.09% for financing and state taxes and fees and everything like that. So that's going to give you an out the door price of 55,030. So 55,034 actually. And the biggest thing is here, I'm going to let you on a little secret. Here is Labor Credit Union. Labor Credit Union is great because their rates are pretty much in line with what Tesla financing has right now, which Tesla financing is 5.89%. And you can see you can go all the way up to 88 months. So 88 months at 5.99%, that's going to give you a pretty low payment. So we've got it right here on the page. We'll remove this down payment. We'll put $1 there, and that's going to give you a monthly payment of $774 a month. Not necessarily recommended to go to 88 months, but if you're driving a lot of miles and you're spending a lot of money on gas right now, at least gas, or at least when you spend your money on gas, that goes to someone else. But if you spend your money on a Tesla, you're paying down depreciating equity on the vehicle. Really, you're just paying interest at the end of the day. So it could be a little bit of different. It might be a better pill to swallow. And on top of that, the biggest thing we're missing here is that there is a $7,500 federal tax credit that could be potentially coming into you. And if you're looking for a better financing partner, where you can take advantage of low monthly payments, factoring in that $7,500 federal tax credit now, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet, which is also down below in the description, Tenet allows you to get a lower monthly payment for your Tesla because they allow you to defer a portion of the loan, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit. They can do this because they are a Tesla approved financing partner, which then allows you to give a low monthly payment on your Tesla. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of videos this month. So you can see right here, after we factor in this, we didn't even factor in the $7,500 down payment, but let's say we did, that would bring it down to a monthly payment of $668 a month, which is much less than the $900 a month as posted in this Reddit thread. And the big thing that we're missing here is if you're in California, there's an extra $2,000 that you can potentially play with. If you're in Colorado, there's $5,000, and like 11 to 12 other states have extra incentives on top of that as well. So if we factor that in, then we're at a monthly payment of $640 a month, which in my opinion, that 100% makes it worth it, because if you were to go buy a CRV at $30,000 and finance that whole thing, that is easily going to be a $500 to $600, maybe even $700 monthly payment. So I certainly feel like the Model Y makes sense at this price point. But let me know what your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. Definitely check out some of the links down below in the description that can give you more insight on what this actually means. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And if you're looking to chat someone about your situation about buying a Tesla, if you have questions or you need some help with navigating, you can actually check out my Patreon link where you can chat with me via the Patreon app, ask me questions or direct messages, and or even schedule a call with me for a 15-minute call where we can go through your exact situation. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. All right, let's see. Juan, thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for coming back. Happy Saturday to you. Almas, Dennis, for the Model Y long range, do you think the 2K induction wheels are worth it, or just get the aftermarket rim cover for much lower? Yes. if I were to do it again, Model Y, I would get the 19-inch Geminis, because the 19-inch Geminis have a little bit more ride comfort. So that's what I would do there. And then I would just either paint the Geminis black or just what you're talking about, get the rim covers. But I think I would actually just paint the rims black instead. But I mean, also, we've got discount codes down below in the description as well. We got Tesla accessory discounts, 3D Mats USA if you're looking for an all-weather premium floor mat for your Tesla. We got RIVIAN, Jawa, and MAGBAK. And I think MAGBAK has wheel covers, or they've got something to do with wheels. So definitely check out MAGBAK down below in the description. And thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code. Thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla discount codes, all down below in the description as well. And thank you for all the support on that. But yeah, I think that's it. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.